be with you here today. I decided to share my story and my heart with you for the next 25 minutes. Is that all right with you?
Yes.
All right, cool. How many of you have been told you can't do something just because you're a girl or anything? So pretty much the whole room. So I loved baseball, and I was told I shouldn't play baseball because I was a girl, or I am a girl. But I decided like anybody else. So here's me in T-ball, 1982. Can you see me? I still squint like that. I've been made fun of my whole life for that little squint right there. But I loved it, and I just played. I just played like everybody else. I had no idea the path in store for me. And I'm from Cleveland, so I grew up. Thank you. I grew up wanting to be a Cleveland Indian. I wanted to play in the major leagues, and I used to sleep with my bat next to my bed. Because sometimes I'd wake up so excited and I would just practice my swing. And I had posters on my wall, and I collected autographs, and this was my dream. And I had a really good time playing baseball in my youth league. My brother played, and I got this new coach when I was 13. And he waited for everyone to leave the dugout, and he came up to me and he said, I don't want you on my team. Girls should be playing softball. And I didn't understand why he was saying this to me because I was one of the best players on the team. And it's not that softball isn't a great sport, it's simply that baseball is my game. So I thought about it, and I thought, I'm going to play baseball forever. Who's this guy to tell me I can't play? And so I kept playing baseball, and I went on to my high school team where originally I was not allowed to try out, but then I pitched against them, and then they're like, yeah, come on and play. I still loved the game, but I started to realize at about 16 that I was not going to play for Indians. It was crushing, but I think I held the dream on a little bit longer than I probably should have, but I decided to get a new dream, and my new dream was to become a baseball coach. And I told my new coach, I worship this man. Everything that he said, I was listening to. And I came up to him, never shared it with anyone, and I said, I want to be a college baseball coach. I was 16, and he laughed at me. And he said, no man will listen to a woman on a baseball field. And I was such a shy teenager, and I wasn't someone who shared their ideas and their thoughts and their dreams. And him laughing at me made me feel so small and ridiculous. I started to think, why should I listen to him? This is what he thinks, but maybe not all men will think this. And so I started to think, how can I make this possible? And I knew I wouldn't have the same playing opportunities as other men, but I could out-educate them. And so at 16, I decided I was going to get a PhD. And that's what I would bring to the table. My love for baseball, my passion, and my knowledge of baseball, plus this education tool that I could come and bring to the bench. So I did end up, that's me in high school, squinting. I did end up coaching college baseball. And I was the only female in the country coaching. And I'm proof that a man will listen to a woman on a baseball field if she knows what she's doing. Because all men care about is, can you make me a better player? Can you help the team win? And do you care about me as a person? And I was all three of those things. And I got my PhD in sports psychology while I was there. And can you see me? Just look for the squint. It's trademark. I should trademark that. And I had a really good time, 3 years as an assistant baseball coach at college level. And honestly, these guys just didn't care that I was a woman. And I remember not my sophomore year, but my second year coaching. And one of the new kids said, hey, who's that? And I said, oh, that's Coach Justine. Just as you wanted, just to be the coach. So from there, I became the first woman coach professional baseball back in 2009. It's incredible to get to wear a uniform for your job. You got a routine. For me, I put my right sock on and my left sock, then I got my shirt, I get it, and then I put my pants on. Like, it's a whole thing, and it's beautiful. And I got to be a professional baseball coach for the Brockton Rocks, which is out near Boston. And I had this amazing time. And this was the second time a woman had coached men's pro sport. There was one other time in a basketball league, I think the D League maybe. And I had my own baseball card, and I had girls with their posters, cheering me on. And I ended up coaching for first base. You can see here, that's my job. The Saints keep running. But it wasn't always easy. And I had one manager who decided he didn't want me on his team. And he decided to tell me that. So we're about this far away, and he starts to tell me how useless I am, how much I shouldn't be on his field. And there were swear words mixed in. And I've been sworn at, I've been thrown at, I've been spit on. All that wasn't new to me, but for the length of time that he was telling me how useless I was, and for the other coaches who were watching and saying nothing, it really impacted me. And I knew I was going to cry. But who's seen a league of their own? And what's on?
There's no crying
in baseball. But I was going to cry. But I wasn't going to give them the satisfaction of it. So I got in my car, drove down the street, and I thought, what am I going to do next? It never occurred to me to quit, but what am I going to do if someone who so openly does not want me on your team? And I thought about Jackie Robinson, a hero of mine, who broke the color barrier in Major League Baseball. And he too could not fight back. He just had to do it. So I decided that I couldn't control how other people thought of me. I could only control my own actions. And so when they were mean, I was going to be kind back. And it wasn't because I wanted to be liked. It was because I wanted to keep my inner peace. I couldn't let the chaos of hate, the chaos of anger consume me. I needed to stay on my path. And kindness was the way I was going to do that. And my daughter, who was, I want to say 11 at the time, or 13. At the time, she was, I think, 11. We went and we made the team brownies, and I got kicked out of the locker room. And we're making them brownies, and she said, Mom, why are we doing this? I said, because we're going to be kind. There'd be another text from, Mom, why don't you just quit already? Because that's what they want. And I am so grateful to Brockton Rocks because they hired me. They hired the first woman. And it's not like I wasn't just the first, they were the first. And there was a lot of learning going on. But I wasn't ready to just sit down and do nothing, but I had to be kind. So I had my little silent protest. Dr. King, huge, I worship Dr. King and his nonviolent protest. So I decided to create my own, and I put a seat out in front of the locker room. So after the game, I sped walked so that I could sit right in front of the seat. So that when they went in the locker room, they had to have seen me. They couldn't pretend I wasn't on the team by not talking to me. And so as they walked by, they went in, and then finally the equipment manager came out and he said, do you have dinner? I said, no, I don't have any dinner because it's in the locker room. And he brings me out dinner. And as I'm sitting there eating, the door opens and our catcher comes and sits right next to me. I have no idea what we talked about. I only know he was with me. He stayed with me. And he said, I see what's going on and I see you. And when he left, another guy came in and sat next to me. And as the rest of the week went on, I had players come and tell me that they wish I was being treated better. And I think that doesn't happen if I didn't choose kindness. Because anger only repels. Anger makes the hole bigger. And through my authenticity and my desire to really help the team, I think that's how those players come out and be with me. And there's nothing better when I think of everything in my career to have that first player come and just sit with me. I always wondered why they didn't do that with Jackie Robinson. Why didn't somebody step out when he wasn't allowed into the light zone in the hotel? Why didn't someone say, well, why don't we stay somewhere else? So I'll always remember my catcher for making that first move. From there, I ended up becoming the first woman to throw batting practice to a major league team. And, pardon? I ended up coming the first one to throw batting practice before a team. And after I threw batting practice, I ended up throwing 6 teams. And if you throw batting practice you're supposed to hit. So it's, everyone says, well, did you start hitting one out? That wasn't the point. You're supposed to get ready. And I knew that if I failed, then it could hurt other women who wanted to do it. So it was not so easy, and it's international news. It was everywhere. I had people all over the world saying, hey, I saw that you threw the ball 50 feet. But it's a very mental challenge. And I didn't want to fail, and I talked yesterday at Davos about my reset word. And what I do when I know that I have to sort of this overcoming emotions, and you have to be able to perform, is I take a deep breath and have a reset word. And that day was Justine in green, whose patch I was wearing to honor her because she was killed in a political shooting at 9 years old, and her dream was to play in the Major Leagues. So no, for me, it's always remembering that my story is not about me. I'm going to live my whole life like that. The only way I could do it, the only way I could get up step by step is to know it's not about me. And I got to throw VP. And after I ended up throwing batting practice, where I met Billy Beane. Anyone know who Billy Beane is? Moneyball? Everybody watched Moneyball, he was the manager. He was the general manager. And I said to Billy Beane, can I come coach? Can I come coach for the A's? And he said no. So I asked him the next year. I said, hey, I graduated from scout school. Can I come coach for the A's? He said no. So the third year said, hey, I finished my PhD. Can I come coach for the A's? And he said no. So in my 4th year, I said, can I come coach for the A's? And he said yes. And then I ended up coaching in their instructional league. Instructional league is a fall program, and it's where they bring some of their best prospects to get extra work. And what was incredible about working with the A's is that I just had the best time. Just had the best time. I didn't have any challenges. Everyone was so kind to me. And I ended up having my own locker room. And this is me coaching first base, which is one of my jobs. And one of the things that was really cool was when the other team, a teammate looked at me and took the tag to me. And thought, wow, have things changed from 2009 to 2015. And this was my locker room, which was obviously, like, when you just saw how excited I was about putting on socks. You could imagine how excited I was about having my own locker room. And there was like 20 lockers, actually there's like 40 lockers. I had 6-year-olds to choose from. I had everything you could ever want in my own little locker. And one of the players wrote to me, the best thing I learned is not things she really said or did on the field. This was for a media interview. It was more the fact that she broke a tremendous barrier with women who want to get in the game of baseball. If you fight for it, eventually good things will come. That's what I learned from Justine. And it's really humbling because you're talking about one of the best players in the country, in the world, saying, I got it. I can always teach a mechanic. You can always get a guy who says hit this way, throw this way, feel this way. But to be able to teach something that's about your inner core, about your inner spirit, that's very humbling for me. And these are the guys that I did the most batting practice with, so we took a photo. And the guy on the left was a 2nd rounder. And the next guy was an 8th rounder, his dad was a Navy SEAL. And the other guy was a 1st rounder. And I'll tell you a story about, there was one day where I didn't throw batting practice as well as I had wanted. And it was very difficult for me because I wanted to do so well. And I was like, hey, let's go to another coach in here. I'm like, look, if I can't throw it as well as I want, let's get another coach in here. And all of a sudden, that guy in the middle goes, no, you can do it. You keep throwing. And I couldn't believe it. Here was this player cheering me on. Because I just didn't want to take away from their practice. What that I was failing? It was like, I want you to have the best experience. So if I'm not doing the best, he's like, no, you're doing fine. And so I ended up finishing it out. And at our coaches meeting the next day, I said to the coach, I was so upset about it all, man. I might be a little bit of a perfectionist. So upset about it. And the coach asked me, I said, hey, sorry I didn't throw a really good VP yesterday. And the most amazing thing happened. When you think about that first story about that manager telling me how useless I was, that coach, all of the guys started telling me about their worst batting practice experiences. And he started saying, hey, they told me. First of all, they didn't think I threw as bad as I thought I did. But they're like, hey, there was this time where I hit this big leaguer, and then they never let me throw again. And they just came around me like their arms were putting their arms around me, but with their stories of where they failed. And it was really, truly incredible to get that experience and to have that acceptance and say, no, you're just a coach. You do whatever we can to make the team better. This is my daughter, Jasmine, and I just love this. I just love to show her off. Really. There's no point to this. But I had my daughter in college, so every single thing we did together. We went to college together. After I had her, 4 days after I had her, she was in class with me. I'd get her up at 7 a.m. to get that my PhD. She had to go to class with me. And she hung out at more baseball fields than she cared for. But here we are when she was 13, when I took batting practice to the Rays, and then we took the picture again when she was 17, and she's now 21. And no, she doesn't play baseball. But she knows that she can do anything if she works hard enough. And to her gender, to hers, she doesn't think about what she can't do. And that's really the whole point. So Major League Baseball sent me to Johannesburg, where I coached at the African Elite Camp, where they brought some of the best athletes from around Africa. And we trained for about 2 weeks, and that was a phenomenal time. And I got to coach with Team Israel during the World Baseball Classic qualifier. And it was actually my degree that brought me in. Remember I talked about that tool? Well, they brought me in as a mental performance coach, but they said, hey, we want you to actually coach. So I had all kinds of duties during the game and pre-game I was doing things. And it's truly amazing to be able to wear Israel across my chest and really honor my grandfather and the pride and the history that comes when you represent a country. I also coached Team Pakistan as they were trying to start a women's national team. And you would think maybe I'm not the best fit for Pakistan. I mean, I just coached Team Israel. And Pakistan does not actually recognize Israel as a country. And all these women care was exactly what the men care. Can you make me a better player? Do you care about me? And that's what players want. Yes. I love her, and I don't ever phone her, and I can't call her again. I don't want to stalk her. But she's like, how old do you think she is? And I had a great time on the show. And she's actually a huge baseball fan. Done some really cool things. Meeting Queen Latifah, being on her show, Steve Harvey's show, Oprah Magazine, going around the world. I even have, I didn't do that. My jersey hanging up in Cooperstown, the National Baseball Hall of Fame. And if I just listened to that coach at 13 years old, who wanted to limit me, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. What I want you to know most about me is I've done really cool things. I've made history so many times I can't count them. I'm about to go to Japan next week and become the first woman to coach in Japan. And that's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I love coaching. I love helping players reach their goals. But what I want you to know is that there's nothing special about me. I'm a really average person. Even getting my PhD, I had to take class 3 times before I passed it. I just kept going. I'm an average person with a huge heart. I've got determination. I've got passion. I decide when I'm going to quit. And what's really important about that is it's in all of us. All of us get to decide when we're going to quit. All of us get to decide what we're going to follow. What is our dream? Where do we want to go? What is that goal? Even that goal for the day, the goal for the week, the goal for a year from now. It's in our hearts. You know, I'm gonna take Julie's Wonder Woman scene. We all think we have to be Wonder Woman to make our dreams come true. We all think we need something else. Like we're missing something. As soon as we get that part, then we'll go after it. But you're Wonder Woman now. You were Wonder Woman yesterday. It's already in you. So just embrace it. And take it. And celebrate it. Everything that was hard, that's what made you stronger. Every time we all raised our hand and we were told no, it makes us better. Now for me, it's not to make history, but it's much more important that we build a better future. And I started a nonprofit called Baseball for All. Because amazingly, as I was told girls shouldn't play baseball, I was told I should quit. Girls are still being told they can't play baseball. I know my football players know what I'm talking about. So to me, it's enough. If you tell a girl she can't play baseball, what else does she think she can't do? What else are boys going to think girls can't do when girls start disappearing from the diamond? So I started Baseball for All, and we're a national nonprofit that helps communities start girls' baseball teams, and then we create events for those girls to come together. And I have a short video, and Josh is going to play it for you, and I think you're going to fall in love with them, as I already have.
Put me in, coach.
I'm ready to play.
Today. Come on, put me in, coach.
I'm ready to play today.
Look at me.
Look at me. Look at me.
I can be center field. 1, 2, 3, base up!
Does anybody have any questions while we look for the film?
How do kids get involved in your nonprofit?
A lot of them find me by email, or I stalk them on Twitter. You know, if someone does a news article, I have to find that kid and I'll contact the parent, reporter, track them down. I try not to just contact kids. But that's how they find out. We go every day, and I also get emails of girls who can't play baseball, like they're being told they can't, and so I help them understand what Title IX is and see if there is a play. Sometimes actually they get to say, no, you can't play, you have no path. But other times they can. And I can't remember the 7-year-old who wanted to play baseball, and she was like, they said no. Title IX, he said, these are the rules. I talked to the head of the league, and now she's playing, and because she's playing, other girls started playing.
Does it cost anything to be part of your nonprofit? Like if they want to play?
It does cost something to play, but we have scholarships for girls and children.
Is it national?
We have national programming. We're growing every day, just like our football programs are. You know, we're growing. We don't have anything here in Vegas, but we do in Oakland, in Los Angeles, New York, New Jersey, you know, all around. Boston is a great program. Please go to baseballforall.com and you can learn more. And I hope that you will join us today and every day to be the Wonder Woman that we are. Thank you so much.